Before I say anything else, think of your own car payment right now. Or the last one you had. Got a number in your head? Hold on to it, because in the next 5 minutes, you're going to find out exactly where you stand compared to the rest of the country. And it might surprise you. Here's the headline. Americans now owe more money on car loans than they do on student loans. Let that sink in for a second. Car payments just quietly passed student debt as the second biggest category of consumer debt in America, right behind mortgages. The number driving this is almost hard to believe. The average monthly payment on a new car just hit an all-time record, $7.70 a month. Not the total loan, the monthly payment alone. And nationwide auto loan debt has climbed to $1.685 trillion, officially passing the $1.658 trillion Americans collectively owe in student loans. Quick disclaimer, I'm not a licensed financial advisor. This is general information, not personalized advice for your situation. So how did we get here? 10 years ago, total auto debt sat at $1.071 trillion. It's climbed 57% since then. Part of it is simple. Cars got expensive. The average amount financed for a new car right now is nearly $44,000 a nat. A luxury vehicle, just an average new car. At today's interest rates, but here's the twist almost nobody talks about. You'd assume people with the worst credit pay the most every month, and people with great credit pay the least. Mostly true, but barely. Prime credit borrowers are actually taking out some of the largest loan amounts, simply because they can afford pricier vehicles manually. Borrowers in the middle credit tiers get squeezed from both sides, smaller loans, brutal interest rates pushing their monthly payments close to and sometimes above what prime borrowers pay. Good credit isn't the escape hatch you'd think it is. And quietly sitting underneath all of this is the real trap. Negative equity. A significant share of people trading in their car for a new one already. Oh, more than the car is worth. The average underwater amount runs over $7,000. That gap doesn't vanish. It gets rolled into the next loan. That's how a $770 payment quietly becomes an $850 or $900 payment. 2 years later, without anyone ever deciding that on purpose. So if a car purchase is anywhere on your radar in the next few months, here's what actually matters. 1. Get financing approved by your own bank or credit union before you ever walk into a dealership. Dealer financing is convenient. It's rarely the cheap. Walking in pre-approved gives you leverage, not just a backup plan. 2. If you have negative equity right now, deal with it honestly before you shop. Rolling it forward feels painless today and expensive for the next 5 years. 3. Judge the total loan and the interest rate, not whether the monthly number feels okay. A longer term can make almost any car look affordable on paper while quietly costing you thousands more. 4. Before defaulting to new, seriously price a certified pre-owned option, the gap between new and used payments keeps widening. And a 2 or 3-year-old car with a warranty is often the smarter math, not just a cheaper one. Here's the real takeaway. This was never just a car story. It's a story about how stretched the average household budget has actually become when car payments quietly overtake student loans as a bigger national debt category. That tells you people are financing basic transportation the way they used to finance an entire education. So that number you thought of at the start, how does it compare to $770? If this gave you something to think about before your next car purchase, that's exactly why this channel exists. Subscribe and drop your actual monthly payment in the comments. I want to see how this really compares out there. I'm Luna, and I'll see you in the next one.